In Washington, the Homeland Security Secretary facing tough questions about the southern border when he testified before Congress. And when asked point blank, he says he thinks that the border is secure.
The hearing came right before a federal judge blocked a policy allowing officials to turn people away at the border. Stephanie Haynes joins us live to explain that. Good morning, Stephanie.
Good morning. It was a hearing in front of the full House Committee on Homeland Security, and DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas was a big part of that testimony. And members of Congress really grilled him about security at the southern border, where data shows a record 2.3 million migrant encounters in the last fiscal year. U.S. Customs and Border Protection Commissioner Christopher Magnus oversaw Border Patrol during that time, and that's part of why the secretary pressured him to resign, which he did last week. Republican Representative Dan Bishop of North Carolina asked the secretary, alongside FBI Director Christopher Wray, straight up, do you think the border is secure? Here's part of this exchange.
Secretary Mayorkas, do you continue to maintain that the border is secure?
Yes, and we are working day in and day out to enhance its security, Congressman.
Right. What I would say is that we see significant criminal threats coming from south of the border. Whether it's guns, drugs, money, violence. We see transnational criminal organizations that are sending their drugs here and that are using street gangs here to distribute it, and that contributes to the violent crime crisis here.
Not long after this hearing, a federal judge blocked Title 42. That's what we've been saying. It's the pandemic public health order that allows United States officials to expel migrants at the border. The Department of Homeland Security responded, saying they are asking for a stay or a delay in the order, releasing a statement that reads in part here, Title 42 would remain in place for some period, and during the period of this freeze, we will prepare for an orderly transition to new policies at the border. The National Border Patrol Council, which is a union representing Border Patrol, also responded, tweeting out, if you think things are bad now, just wait for the show that's coming. Now, Secretary Mayorkas actually defended Title 42 in the hearing, noting that it has really reduced the number of at least Venezuelan migrants that they are seeing at the border. He also said that he plans to add 300 more Border Patrol agents. He said that would be the first time since 2011. And he's asking Congress to come up with some sort of immigration reform, particularly to the asylum program that we have right now. He will be back in front of Congress to testify in front of the Senate, actually tomorrow on Thursday. Guys.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.